Hello everybody, my name is Tanner Kyler and today I'm in Baja, California in the southern peninsula near La Paz. We're in a cactus sanctuary about an hour south of La Paz right now, about an hour north of Cabo. And today I'm in front of two really cool cactus here, but we're going to be talking about the Galloping Cactus, Stenocereus gummosus, also known as the Creeping Devil. So it is very spiny, has about 1 centimeter long spines that come out in bracteoles of about 5 all over it, so it's a very dangerous cactus to fall into or to be around if you're not careful. It is called the Galloping Cactus because it starts to grow up and forms these large colonies. It loves salty soil here in the Baja Peninsula. It can grow along on islands and along the coast, but we're actually inland in a forest. I haven't seen a lot of them. This is the first one I've seen today. It doesn't seem to be doing as good as the ones that are more out in the open. What we're going to talk about is why it's called the Galloping Cholla. So as it grows, it bends its arms over vertically and touches the ground and continues growing out propagules. So it'll touch the ground, root into the ground, and then grow laterally rather than vertically. And that allows it to sprout out, and they form these dense clumps, very similar to roses or blackberries in the wild. What is really cool about it is the back end will die and it'll keep moving. Blackberries also do this, but gives it the name the Creeping Devil or the Galloping Cholla because it looks like it's galloping. And if you come back in a decade, this cactus will be a few feet over there. And if you come back in a century, it might be 10 or 20 feet from where we are standing right here today. So over time they move. So it just has a very interesting name, and it's one of the most interesting looking cactus I've ever seen. It also kind of vines up other plants. And I'll show you that here in a second. I'll grab the camera and point it up in here. It is awesome for habitat for birds, so it forms these dense clusters to keep predators out and allows them to have ground nesting birds to have their eggs on the ground here and homes low to the ground. They also offer soil stabilization because they can root into the ground very well. I'm not sure what the flowers look like on this, but I do know the fruits are sour pitahaya, which is a delicacy, so they're very delicious fruits. I think I read that it was similar to a watermelon, but more sour. But very delicious and not the most common thing. So it's something that they treat as a delicacy here in Baja. This cactus gets about probably 15 feet tall, maybe up to 20 feet tall if it climbs up on something. So this one right here is probably a taller one because it looks about 12 feet tall growing up on top of these trees. It really grows out laterally further. So these clumps can get very large, you know, the size of maybe a basketball court if they're given enough time, or more like a tennis court probably. They can live for several centuries as they grow along. They can continue propagating, and it'll be still the same clone, but it won't, maybe the original cactus won't be here, and so maybe these branches aren't going to live a century, but the plant itself will as it spreads and clones itself along the way, making it a very hardy plant that also can spread through seed. So this is just a very interesting plant that's, I believe, endemic to Baja. I could be wrong. I know it's endemic to Mexico. With that, I think that's about it for this cactus. Here, let me grab the camera real fast and I'll show you guys up close. So if you look, you can see it growing way up in here. And you can see how tall it grows up in there. But you can see how it has this galloping form, and it looks like it's running this way down here. But anyways, here, I'll hand the camera back. Here's a giant Stenocereus. I'm going to throw this in the video. I was talking about the Stenocereus. This is the biggest one I've ever seen. If you actually will. I think that's about it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns with the video. I try to give feedback to each and every comment that you guys leave. I can. And with that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video. Look at how big this monster is. Stenocereus thunbergii, the organ pipe cactus.
The tree like blocks the